Right. Hello, everyone. We're just doing the countdown as normal. If you can hear me, do let me know in the comment section while we wait for others to join us. Hello and good evening. So, we're just doing the 1 minute countdown from the start time. So, the live stream is meant for 7:45. So, we're just going to do a countdown for the 2 minutes. And then I shall commence once the 2 minutes is up. Hi, Habu Bakri. How are you? You look beautiful from Ghana. Oh, thank you so much for the compliment. Thank you. Thanks for joining my live stream. Please like and share as a comment. How are you today? How's your day? So just running the 2 minute, 1 minute mark is just counting down. And then we shall comment. If you can hear me, please do let me know in the comment section. Do let me know. Hi, Abby. Good evening. How are you? How's work today? Are you back to work or you're still enjoying your your day off? Yeah, so that's the 2 minute countdown there. Just a quick introduction. Hi everyone. So my name is Wemimo and I'm also known as Thatmumof5. You can hear me. Thank you, Abby. Also known as Thatmumof5 and also known as TMO5 Candle Co. So Candle Co. I know people are like, oh, what's TMO5? So TMO5 Candle Co. I sell scented candles, home fragrances, car diffusers, name it all. I sell body butters. If you check in any of my video descriptions, my website is there. So yeah, welcome everyone. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Yes, back to work. Oh, glad to know you're back to work. I'm pretty much great as well. But the kind of cold, the kind of the AC that is blowing at my work, it wants to kill their mama, not me. I find work is quite it's really cold. It's not as sunny outside, so I don't understand why the temperature inside is freezing cold. Like I had to go in with layers of clothing today, and still I was still freezing, like I was cold. Anyway, to today's topic, we're going to be talking. I mean, the topic for today is down to we are talking about the popular. I don't like AC at all, so obviously I've like see the kind of hi Matthew, how are you? Welcome. Please like this live stream. So my work, obviously, because we work with the theaters. I know some of the theaters are quite cold, but not all of the theaters are cold. Okay, but I don't understand why the temperature suddenly in recovery has gone like, and I'm like, why are we in a cold environment when it's not even freezing or when it's not even hot outside? So I think there's a problem with the ventilation. So, but today, since last week, I've been layering up my outfits. So layering my scrubs as well. And I've been going about with warm fluids. No, we have a fridge where we keep fluid so it would keep it warm. So that's what I've been doing. God help me. Anyway, so we are dissecting Bobrisky today. So let's go find out. Do you guys know Bobrisky? How many of you here know Bobrisky? Abu said, why you stop talking about Afiba and friend? All right, okay, Abu. So Abu, to be honest, there's nothing new in the news about Selena and Afiba. We've not heard anything, and I don't think it is right for me to keep coming back here and repeating the same story again. I'm sure if you watch Mr. Highliner, there's not been any update, so there's no point coming back here and keep saying the same story over and over and over and over again. That's why I have not come up here. It's not as if maybe I'm no longer interested. I'm still like I've still got my ears out everywhere. I've not stopped. Oh, I've not stopped. It's just that there is no update here. The police has not come out to give us a report. It's been almost over 2 months now. The police have not come out to give us it. So if the police who are meant to investigate, who are meant to be investigating the matter, are not coming out with a report, what more? What more can I do here being in the UK? I can't really do much. I can't. I know some people, maybe that's why lots of people have not been coming to my channel. I understand, but there's no point coming back and forth to keep saying same thing over and over and over and over and over again. So as soon as I hear As soon as I hear any updates, you all know I will be back here to share the news with you. Even though Sabio has been, sharing his own intellects, things I've been investigating. Yeah, there's just nothing new, and nobody can bully me not to talk about these things because they are information that are out there. So I've not stopped. It's just that there's no viable updates. So I hope that answers your question, Abu. That one likes to hear his voice. Exactly, Mr. Eyeliner. The guy know they sleep. Oh, you know they sleep. Anyway, so let's talk about Bobrisky. So this is going to be a very quick live stream. We're not going to be here for a very long time. So Bobrisky is born male, and it was known as Okunaye Idris Olanrewaju. So Bobrisky is a Yoruba guy, and he was born on the 31st of August 1991. So how old would he be then? Guys, do the maths. I don't know. I don't like maths, so you do the maths for me. And is popularly known as Bobrisky. So, like I said, he's a Nigerian, is a social media personality, and I want to say he is a cross dresser because everywhere on social media where I've been trying to get his history or whatever, they've been writing that she's a transgender. Bobrisky is not transgender. 33. Thank you, Abby. Bobrisky is not but transgender. He's not. He's born male, okay? And so is people know him as Bobrisky. Bobrisky is also known for his presence on, his got social media handle like Snapchat. At some point, I was following his Snapchat, but he keeps changing his Snapchat handle, and then he will ask people to subscribe to watch him. And I'm like, come, what do I want to be watching on a social media of somebody of a male who is trying to dress as a female? Like, what I have everything a female has. Why should I be paying a subscription to watch a male who fancies dressing in a female outfit? Like, it does not make sense. So obviously he became quite popular when he did the Bobrisky dance. I can't even remember what that Bobrisky. So his Bobrisky dance is when he's twerking on his sofa. Even before he went to do his boob job. I mean his BBL. So that's how most people know Bobrisky. So according to everything I've read so far on social media, it claimed that Bobrisky actually attended King's High School and Okota High School for secondary school, and that he has a BSc degree in accounting from Unilag. I know he's mentioned several times that he went to Unilag, but I did not realize that he actually have a degree. So he's got a BSc degree. So why this Oloribushon did not go and start working in a bank or something? So yeah, so apparently Bobrisky's been known for a very long time now, and I think how people kind of like tend to know more about him when he was alleging that he has a partner, and that partner allegedly is a male. So that's when people started to claim that okay, you have a lover. Obviously, I really don't understand. Bob confuses me. He can be trans without the changes, but he refers to himself as man and other times woman. Exactly, Abby. So I mean, when he was in court for that EFCC case, he was asked what does he present at. He said he presented as a man. So I think he's a crossdresser. He's a crossdresser. That's just it can be trans exactly. I think that's just what he is, but I don't know who he's trying to play hard to. So it's hard not to misgender him or her. For me, I would refer to him as a he. I would refer to him as a he because if you look at his latest video where he was wearing that white lingerie, I can still see his manpower. His manpower is there, and we're going to be getting to that talk. So obviously, Bobrisky as he is, he has had his running. Hello, Shade, how are you? Happy Monday. So Bobrisky has had his own issues with the Nigerian police. So obviously he's been claiming that he has very rich men. I mean, he has very rich lovers. I mean, he claims to have one, but I don't know. I don't believe any of what that guy says. So he claims to have multiple men, I mean, one lover, but Eho, that's what he's been saying. And he's always been saying that it is this rich lover of his that has been, sponsoring his rich lifestyle. He lives in one of those affluent area in Lagos in Nigeria. Seems like it's just performative. We are both here, we are watching him. I think so. He's practically doing that just for social media to make money. Shadi said the same lying mommy of Lagos who claimed on YouTube interviews he was no longer male. It was exposed when he was arrested. Exactly. That was when his secret came out. So he has had his fair runs with he's living a fake life. Well, the kind of house where he lives, the kind of where he lives, the kind of car he drives, show off of jewelries and stuff like that. I don't know how he's making his money, and I don't think there's any man out there in Nigeria who will be spending money on a male who is dressing as a woman. I don't want to believe his story. He's probably into something that we don't know. He's probably dealing with something that we don't know. So, like I was saying, he's had his different running with Nigerian police. There was a time I think he wanted to celebrate his 30th birthday or something, and the some of the police department threatened him that if he goes ahead with that party, that they were going to scatter the party. And yes, at the venue, they've set up the venue, they did everything, but then police came there and disrupted that party. In fact, his guests have not even arrived then, so they destroyed the venue, so that party did not hold. Okay. Charlie said one time Nepa went to cut off his light and it was filmed on YouTube. Abby said, Mom of Five, it's possible there are lots of DL men. For this Ninja, for Ninja, hey, okay, oh. Mm. So men know they follow women again, and now man we get to them they follow. Now man with Kokumba they are following. Well, based on what he's been saying that obviously men like it's men that are funding his lifestyle. So while I was kind of like reading up about him, I saw his video, the first picture of him when he started his skin bleaching, when he was still dressing as a male with all of his cocoa shoe that he was wearing. It looked dead ugly, looking at that picture. I don't even know if I can find it now, but yeah. So Shade said Bob ran. Yeah, he ran that time when they were looking. They didn't get him because they told him if he come, they were going to arrest him. So he didn't show up at that venue of his birthday party. And I just imagine the amount of money he has already paid for the vendors. You know, many in Nigeria are living a double life. Absolutely. Yeah, so that one I believe many men one on the street says he looks terrible in person. I mean, he's had encounter with other people who work with him, and I believe he's paid off a couple of people not to ever talk about him. So with that being said, so like I said, he's had his fair run-ins with the Nigerian police, and also who was patronizing area mama. Okay, you'll be surprised, Abby. Okay, so he was also known to be friends. He was once friends with Tonto Dikeh. We all know the popular, controversial politician, Nollywood actress Tonto Dikeh. They were good friends. They were good friends for a certain period of time, and then they fell out. To be honest, I tried to understand the gist of why they fell out, but the story was not really clear. But then I knew they were friends, and then they went their separate ways. Only God knows what happened between them. So I think during their fight, Totodike came out to say that when he went to do his surgery, that she was one who was packing poo and only she was one who was practically is nursing him to good health, so many things and stuff. So eventually that friendship fizzled out. They were not talking, they were not doing so many things. Like people were asking what happened between both of you. There was not, they were not talking. However, since a few days ago, I went to go and check if Tonto Dikeh was following Bobrisky on Instagram. So they are both following each other on Instagram. But Tonto Dikeh is following Bobrisky and Bobrisky is following Tonto Dikeh as well. And the most recent picture on Bobrisky's page, I saw a like from Tonto Dikeh. So I think they've made up. You'll be surprised that you'll be surprised. Okay. Abby said, I will not be surprised. So Abby said, yeah, I don't understand that Bob and Tonto's just exactly. I tried to make head of what actually was going on between them. At some point, I was like, could they be lovers? Could they have, shacked each other? But then I'm not going to allege something that I don't know. But then I was thinking about that what kind of friendship do both of them want to be having? A male dressing like a female, like what kind of friend? Then they were attending to several parties together. They will go everywhere together. They practically do everything together. But then I really don't understand the full gist of what actually happened between both of them. So fast forward, Bobrisky was influencing, shaking yash, saying so many things, saying that it is a guy of police, that is flaunt, and that he knows so many people. He knew so many influential people, and these influential people are the one who's picking up his tabs, that is looking fresh. Bobrisky will go to market, he will film everything he buys, he will sit down like a madam, and he'll be pointing with his pointed finger, maybe like 6 inches fingernails. It's 6 inches fingernails. But Sade said this kuru kere bob where they shine house up wella. Exactly. Was it not that girl who came from? Did she come from Ghana or what? Now that girl said that Bobrisky knocked her. Angle. Shade said Bob went to apologize to Abuja gangster Tonto, but they didn't make it public, so they must have maybe settled in the backyard. So because like I said, I saw Tonto Dikeh liked the recent post of him show walking down the stairs in his lingerie set. So with that being said, Bobrisky is coming across as a woman. He dresses as a like no Nigerian woman fine past me. In fact, let me go and read what is on his profile on Instagram. Let me read what is on his profile on Instagram. So he said, the most talked about in the world and Nigeria, entertainer and social media star, is a brand influencer, the most prettiest bitch ever. Fire. Hey, no be small thing. And he has about 5 million followers on Instagram. So yeah. So yeah. One thing about Bobrisky though is that there's not been a lot of shenanigans about him. There's not been a lot of shenanigans. So the shenanigans, he does the shenanigans, he enters house. He does the shenanigans, he enters house. And at some point, I think there was an uproar why a lot of people like living live fake life. Abu, I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's the trend of fake it till you make it. I don't know why they are faking, faking their life. Oh, I don't know for them. So there was an uproar involving Bobrisky and some of the Nollywood. I think was the AVMC, where I think they were trying to, so they were selecting people women who dress really well, and Bobrisky was, no, it was a movie of a certain Nigerian Nollywood, so they were recognizing female who dressed really well, and Bobrisky was categorized as a woman, and he won the best dressed female. He got the 1 million naira or something check, and the social media went gaga. That on a normal day, Abby said, give them mommy of lazy Lagos. Shadi said, these people do more than women. You can tell it's a spirit. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you, Shadi. So, internet went gaga when at that film premiere, it was selected as a winner of the best dressed women. And I was like, hold on. Femi Adebayo received so many backlash, like so many Nollywood actresses came after Shegun by something Adebayo, that how they pain you is Bobrisky a woman, that you saw multiple women and you thought it was Bobrisky, or the panel felt it was Bobrisky that should have won the best dress, but that Bobrisky is not a woman. Just because he dressed up as a woman to come to the event does not mean that he gets to live with the winning money. There was a lot of backlash on Femi Adebayo. People dragged. In fact, it got to a situation whereby something that day another female Nigerian actress was, trading words with Femi Adebayo's wife, whereby they were cursing each other and stuff like that. So all of that, all because of social media of Bobrisky. But then I knew they did that as a publicity stunt, because obviously Eniola or something, that's her name. Eniola Ajao, that's her name. She was promoting a new movie. CC aka Femi was in action. Shade, you are current with all this Nigerian news. I need to come and be getting update from you. Yeah, it was a movie premiere. So I think it was Two World of something. So Femi Adebayo received a lot of backlash, but then Lola Ajawo came out. No, not Lola Ajawo. I think Eniola Ajawo or something. She came out to say, you know what, they think they're in America. Atayao. So she came out, obviously it was a publicity stunt to kind of like promote the movie, that it was this, it was that. So that publicity stunt did not work well. Okay, there was a lot of backlash, and I don't think I even watched that movie, and I don't think that movie is on Netflix or anything. See, if any Nigerian movie is not on Netflix, I'm not paying any stupid subscription to any movie channel anywhere to go and watch Nigerian movie. They are not worth my time. So all of that kind of like quieting down, but basically continued with his influencing, doing his shenanigans, twerking, saying that, keep changing frontal hairstyle at times. I still don't believe that Bobrisky has done any surgery whatsoever. Like, today his boobies will look really, really small, and tomorrow it will look really massive. So I want to believe that he's wearing a costume when it comes to the boobies. And then obviously from the picture we've seen, he's probably going to do a BBL to enlarge his waist and give himself a bum bum. So I think so far that's the surgery he's going to do. And obviously he's had steroids so that his face could, chiseled out like a female's face. But then look at that head. The biggest part of Bobrisky's body is his head. I don't understand how his head is as big as that. Even when he was still like a male. Exactly, Shadi. I believe he wears something for the boobs, but it was I believe it's done his hips. I believe it's done his hips, but his head and his boobies today is small. Tomorrow is big. So that's how I'm certainly sure that he's wearing that breast. Is wearing as a maybe as a bodysuit or something. Because I don't believe he's done his chest. I don't think so. So, it comes out, he influences, he sells so many things, he's making money. He has never shown the face of the men that are paying him, that are picking up his tabs. But then he's really, really closely with a lot of male music industry artists now. So most of the male artists in the music industry is starting to become really, really party with majority of them. And I'm like, what kind of friendship are those making with him? Shadi said, it looks like an agent of darkness. Shadi said, Mama, water spirit. All that one is fake. I think he did the hips though, because if you look at his most recent update where he was wearing that lingerie set, it looks real. Abby said, get mind, everything is padding. One thing I believe he has not done, he has not changed, he has not gone to do the what's it called? I don't want to use a word so it doesn't come across as except it's hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid no fit pump your hip now, Abby. So I don't think it's done his gender alignment. I don't think it's going to do that because even here in abroad, people who are transitioning, it takes them years. People who are transitioning, it takes them years. He lied, he removed his what? He did not, he has not removed it because if you look at that his most recent post where he was wearing the lingerie set, I can see his kolokmo. I can see it. No matter how hard he tried to strap it down, it's still there. I can see it. He tried to walk, like cross his leg a little bit. You can see the shape of that thing. The thing is still there. The surgery is dangerous. You wonder. Look, I know a lot of people who are actually transitioning here in the UK. A lot of people. I don't know them. Like I don't know them as like really really close, but I know of a few for a few years now that I've known them. They are yet to even consider gender realignment. Some of them will transition for years and they will change their name and they'll keep dressing as a woman. Okay. They'll change their name, they'll grow out their hair, they'll wear makeup. In fact, when I used to work at Sainsbury's, there's two of them that I knew then. I ran into one of them a few weeks ago and I'm like, what? If anybody tell you say that person na man before, you would not believe it because you need to see mode of dressing. I had to take a double look to be sure that it was that same person. Yeah, it was him. So he's now known as a different name. He's grown out his hair with beautiful blonde hair, well manicured, but then the face is still slightly chiseled like a male's face. The voice has changed a lot, but then it's much better. But some of them, it takes them years. Abby said maybe hyaluronic acid fillers. Okay, the one that can be easily dissolved, possibly. One of five they are doing an Abby. Now person will get money for surgery could they look at those who they do. I mean that I'm not even considering surgery. Well, at some point I considered surgery. At some point I considered surgery. Like I was gonna go, do my boobies. But then I'm doing fine as a mom of five, even though I breastfed all of my kids, so there's no need for it. So Abby said for hip dips and haul, wow, okay. He has the money anyway, but I don't think he has a lever to go and realign his gender. I don't think he has a lever because any doctor, any surgeon who does it for him, Bob will suffer really well because it's a thing you have to receive counseling and all of these things. Like I said, people that I've met here, they've been transitioning for years and they've not taken the leap. He did liposuction and BBL. I believe he did that, yeah. Because there was a time he said that he was eating and he added a lot of weight, and then he went missing in action for some weeks, only to come back and his waist was tiny and his hips was like that. So yeah, that's that. So of all the saga of Mommy of Lagos, he went from calling himself Bobrisky to call himself Mommy of Lagos and all of that. He dressed really well. He was attending social events, parties, like people know him. He will go to party, he will spray money. He's now moving with all of the A-class celebs. Abby said because it's HA, it's just injections now and dissolvable. So I think that's possibly what he's done. That's possibly what he's done. Shadi said one transition to a full-fledged woman. I was admitted in a mental institution. Exactly, most of them can't really go ahead to do it. They can't because like I said, people that I've known, they've been transitioning for years. They can't just take that leap of going to remove the bula bula. They can't. They can't, because even the ones that have done it, that they've reworked, that they've given them VJJ, the VJJ can never be real, you know. So the highlight of Mummy of Lagos saga is the EFCC case. Shadi said all those fillers are dangerous and makes them look worse. In fact, see, the few of them that I've come across, they have this funny smell. A few of them, not all of them, the few that I've met, they have this funny smell, and that smell often nauseates me. Like if I perceive that whiff of smell, I feel like, it always make me feel as if the room is spinning, and I feel like, like at times I really want to pass out from the stink. Exactly, Shade. The stench that comes from a few of them that I've met. Hey, mm-mm, no baby small. So I would probably think that's probably maybe one of the side effects of the steroids or something that they take. Hi Pearl, how are you? Um Shadi said there are some that transition and went back to being a woman. Some did, but then most of them can't really go ahead to remove that organ, that reproductive organ. Some of them can't. Some of them cannot. They can't. Exactly, they cannot. Some of them can't do it because it's a very, very major surgery, major, major life changing surgery. I mean, I'm sure there's been a few who have gone ahead to do it too. I'm sure there are a few in the UK, but then they will have been transitioning for years. They will have had multiple or hundreds of counseling, so many things. It's just like someone who wants to have a heart transplant. Heart transplant, they just don't say because you've been approved for having a heart transplant that okay, you just get like there's a lot that goes into preparing the patient who wants to undergo a heart transplant surgery. I've been fortunate enough to work in a ward where all they do is transplants. All they do is transplants. While I was on my nursing training, I met a 16-year-old boy. No, he had a transplant as a baby. I think it was like less than a year old when he had his heart transplant. And when I saw that boy, it was an outpatient clinic for cardiac patients, and the surgeon was it was an Asian guy, and the surgeon was like, no, his family abandoned him because he had heart issues. So fortunately, the NHS took care of him up until he had his surgery, and a family, adopted him. So now I think when I saw him, that was like 3 years ago. He was turning 19, and it was at college, but it was not meeting up with college. So I think so it was passing through a lot of stuff because his families are in Scotland. Okay, he can't go to family functions. He can't see his other siblings because his family doesn't. They don't want, just because he had a transplant from when he was a child. You can imagine his family did not want to have anything to do with him. But then he knows his parents. He knew who they are. I don't even know how he found out, but he knew who they were. So he's now living on his own. But then he was not looking after himself. You know, he's going to college, and things that happen to people that had transplants. If they don't take their medication, if they don't keep up with checkups, there's a possibility, there's a high chance that their body could start to reject the heart, and then they'll start getting multiple infections. So that day when he came, the surgeon said he has been looking after him since he was a baby. I love that continuity of care by one surgeon. The surgeon that did that transplant for him when he was a baby. That surgeon was still looking after him up until 3 years ago when I was at that clinic. And when I read his file, when the surgeon told me about him, I cried. I cried. um Shadi said wickedness on the is wickedness. So Abby said, are you seeing what's trending in that community in America? Now God will help. Oh, very controversial right now. It's not no be small thing. So just like people who are transitioning as well, you can imagine someone as a young baby who doesn't have that opportunity to consent, but then they have to save his life, so they transplanted him. And there, as I was when I was talking about what, like 3 years ago, he was 18. He was not looking after himself. He was not eating well. So that day when he came to clinic, the surgeon had to admit him. He just came to clinic for a normal checkup, and before then, he has not attended like two transplant. He has not attended like two appointments for his checkup. When they come for checkup like that, they check, they did scan, to be sure that they are fine. For him, he's had a new heart for 16 years. So it got to a stage whereby the surgeon was like, he has to come. And then there's been reports. Obviously, the college he attends, they are liaising with the consultant looking after him, saying, no, he's not been looking after himself. He's not been coming to colleges. Is that they are concerned about him. And when he came for a checkup that day, the surgeon had to admit him. They admit him and they gave him a really good talk. Like, you know what? There's a possibility that you not taking your medication, your body could reject you. Your body could, even though you've had your heart for 18 years, your body could still reject it if you stop taking your medication. And I felt really, really bad for him. I cried that day, you know. So yeah, so surgery is not okay. Sally said, I am following dumpster, dumb, smelly Trump and his disasters. Okay. Abby said, lots of people are against children transitioning, and all because people's bodies are beginning to feel them. Exactly. And it's crazy how I've read something on the news whereby young children are allowed to say this is the name they would like to be called, like boy child saying that I want to be known as Lucy. A boy child who wants to saying that I want to be known as Laura. And I'm sure there's a report that says nah, that because they are children of that age, they are still young, their brain is still growing, they don't even know what they want. So why should they be allowed at a younger age to be known by a name, or to be allowed like a boy who wants to keep dressed as a girl below the age of 12? I can't remember where I read that article that this is a wrong thing that that the society is about to start allowing, which should not be allowed, you know. So, you know, this I read the article that day and I'm like, oh, thank God that my children are not below that age. They are not of that particular community, because what would make a 10-year-old child or a 10-year-old boy be saying that, oh, I want to wear skirts, I want to wear skirt as uniform, I want to wear skirts, I want to wear dresses to school, and I want to be known as Lucy, even though his parents call him John because he's a boy. So who could have put such idea into the head of a 10-year-old boy? You know, that's another talk for another day. I know it's a very sensitive topic, but then yeah. Abby said lots of people are against children transitioning, and all because people's bodies are beginning to fail them. Absolutely. Because because of the surgeries and hormones. Yes, I agree with you. Shadi said God only made two species, male and female, but let these folks tell. I know, Shadi, bladder failure, no be small thing. All of the cases I have seen end up in jail or in mental. Most of them are in mental homes, Shadi. As if God didn't know what it was. Exactly, oh, exactly. Their bodies fail them. Shadi said she met one. Wow. I Hannah's expression, identity crisis. Yeah, that's the word. That's what they are all experiencing now. Shadi said they used to go to the female bathroom at my old job. HR fixed that one. So in schools now, they said they want to introduce another extra toilet. Toilet for, obviously there's going to be one for boys, there's going to be one for girls, and there's going to be one for disabled people and gender whatever or whatever. So my work, they are launching a new building that has 5 theaters and endoscopy and colonoscopy stuff. So we went for a tour, and I was looking at the toilets. So there's a toilet for male, there's a toilet for female, there's a toilet for disabled, and a toilet for gender people. And I was like, I just kept my mouth shut. Like, is this the way things are going now? So I'm I'm speechless. I just zip my mouth, no comment. Abby said, not allowed to consent to sex, alcohol, cigarette, but allowed to. Exactly. You can't buy alcohol if you are below the age of 25. If you don't have an ID, you can't buy it. You can't buy cigarettes if you are not above 21 or something. You need to produce an ID. But then something as major as transitioning, changing your reproductive organ, you can do it without age restriction. Like, I don't know, honestly. I don't know. Shadi said, this is what happens when we do not know God. Yep. In fact, the kind of talk I am hearing nowadays now, Shadi, is that people are like saying that there is no God. In fact, I just finished editing a video about Jerry Eze, because there was a video I saw. In fact, that video I've scheduled it for Friday. When I watched that video, when I saw that lady talking about the fact that no be God creates us, that there's nothing like heaven, there's nothing like hell, that people will die, people will grow up, they will die, and it is worm that will chop everybody. And once people decay, that's them gone. That she doesn't believe that there's no God, that there's no heaven, there's no hell. And I was like, eh? And there was another live stream I was watching that one says that who wrote the Bible? Who wrote the Bible? That nobody wrote the Bible, that who is the person that, and I was just like, see, everywhere I turn now, this is the word, and I believe this is the sign of end time. These are the signs that God preached about end time that is happening. But then that topic it will be another topic entirely. Okay, the devil is a bit. I agree with you. I agree. Abby said the front lobe doesn't even develop until 25. Attire, oh, but then they're allowed to make that decision below the age of 25 from 10 years old. Oh. Abby said no one should be doing anything like that until 25 for that reason alone. Even at that age, with rigorous counseling, and that rigorous counseling, they will not get it because the NHS is struggling. Shadi says that is so demonic and it's obvious. Yes. Jesus elect ambassador. Welcome to my channel. May God help them because I don't understand how exactly. Oh, and this kind of talks is a very very sensitive topic. In fact, when I see something around that conversation at my work, me, I keep my mouth shut. Even though I like to give opinion, oh, you all know, I like to give opinion. But when it comes to that kind of talk, me, I just I don't want anybody to come and use their own to cobalize me. I don't utter, I don't give an opinion. When they start talking in that direction, I just zip my mouth. Abby said they will fight against that one and say they are not different. They are women. We are still exactly. As you can see, mommy of Lagos is he is messed up. But me, I can never address him as a she. He's a he. Okay, he's a he. No matter how much makeup, if you like, let him go and sit down in the machine and bleach his skin to be white. Now he be. Jesus elect said, and God Almighty will judge anyone who forces or encourages a child or any man not to. Yeah, I agree with you. Yet they can make some small decisions because they are minors. Absolutely. It's called reprobate mind. Romans 2. I need to write this Bible verse down. Jesus elect said, obviously, this is end time predictions coming to be. All these things are in the book of Revelation. Exactly, because see, while I was at work, I had to work because I'm fasting. Is MFM fasting and prayer is going on. So when I was reading my Bible verse on my phone, I was practically reading the book of Revelation. I'm actually studying the book of Revelation now, and the things I'm reading from the book of Revelation, fear they catch me. Oh, fear they catch me when I read the book of Revelation. I was reading a certain chapter today, and the things I was reading, fear catch me. It's not as if I've never read the book of Revelation before, but I decided to study the book of Revelation again. And more people, fear catch me. I don't even think I want to read that book anymore. I don't think I want to read Revelation again. No, I don't think. Um, Abby said, please, Shade, have you heard about black Israelites? One came to preach to me on the train. Which one is black Israel? Let me grab my pen and paper. Which one is black Israelite again? That's the first time I'm hearing this. Oh, black Israelite. Which one is black Israelite again? Let me take it down. Let me write it down. That'll be my studying tomorrow. I'm not working tomorrow. Black Israelite. I'll go and read up on this. One came to me and prayed, okay, I was just saying blood of Jesus in my because of my because they hypnotized me. Abby, be careful. Don't let them hypnotize as they hypnotize me in Nigeria. Oh. Got home, did some research, and I was just like, wow, okay. I hope you ran. Yeah, exactly. Abby, I hope you ran. Oh. There is no such thing as black Israelite. This is the first time I'm hearing it. I've never heard this before. Anna separation said, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world, fame, and lose his soul? People have forgotten that too. Abby said I couldn't run. Oh, I was on the train and I'm always wary of my actions in case someone is mad. I beg. Okay. I just act dumb until I can get away safely. Good. Shadi said, and even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are non-convenient. Honestly, this world and religion and the attitude and energy of people towards religion nowadays is crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, the concluding part of this Bobrisky stuff is the recent saga of him being used as a scapegoat for EFCC. Like I said, what they did to him being arrested by EFCC, he did not deserve to do that. He just had a bad legal counsel, okay? Because me as a Nigerian, I don't think I've ever read anything about Nigerian news that says that spraying of money at a party is a crime. I've never heard of it. It was when they arrested Bobrisky that I was like, which one is abuse of naira? Where exactly did dates advertise or mentioned it or made it known to the public that if you go to a party, if you spray money, that is you are abusing naira? Like thousands of Nigerian Owambe parties that people are spraying money, flaunting money, thousands of parties, people are spraying money. And then when it was his turn, obviously there was a lady, was it a year or two ago, there was a lady that was praying that they arrested as well. I don't think she went to jail. Maybe she was given a fine or something, but they used Bobrisky as a scapegoat. And I think he had a bad counsel because he could have told them. See, if I was the one that was arrested, I would have let them. I would have proved to them that come. I did not even know that that was a thing in Nigerian whatever policy. But then, if that was a thing, how have you spread that information to the entire public or to the entire Nigerians that if you go to a party and you spread money on the floor or you spray money and people are stepping on it, is a crime. It is you that is spraying the money that will be arrested. Where did you mention it? Just like how Abike Dabiri said that Nigerians abroad can travel with their fake passport. You all know how they, I mean, with their expired passport, not fake passport. You all know how they spread that news everywhere on social media. That we all know that somebody, even someone like me, that I don't even know where my Nigerian passport I came with when I came to the UK. I don't even know how that. I don't even know what happens to that Nigerian passport. And when I look at all the issues that you face getting another 1 year in the UK, I did not even bother. My British passport is enough for me. I will go anywhere I want to go with. Even when I went to Nigeria, I went in with my British passport. So you all know how they spread that information that okay, Nigerians abroad, if you have your expired Nigerian passport, you can travel back into Nigeria with your Nigerian expired Nigerian passport. You know how they were able to spread all that information. Why was information about Naira abuse not being, spread? There was nothing like that, but then they used him as an example, as a scapegoat. And like I said, I believe he had maybe a legal counsel that does not know his job very well, because you could have let them know that come. It's not as if maybe I know, I've never heard of this before, but if you're telling me it's a crime, well, I'm not guilty, because how have you made that information available to me to know that it's actually a crime for me to spray money? And besides, there are thousands of videos online in the past years. If you're going to arrest me for spraying money at the party, I think you need to go and start rounding up all those people in the past years that have been, spraying money. So apparently, his lawyer miscounseled him, and it was used as a scapegoat because he pled guilty. Look at Chief Kubana Chief Priest, money na water. He went there. He said he was not guilty. And what did they do? They postponed the case. They went back to court. They gave him a fine. Even though the fine they should have taken from him should have been about 500,000 naira, but I think he paid in the millions. And this one, he said money na water, so he happily paid the money and they released him. But then, with that being said, I do not believe that Bobrisky was in jail. I do not believe. And that suspension said he didn't have a good lawyer. Exactly, he did not. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. But then, see, when you say ignorance of the law is no excuse, I believe you are a Nigerian, Anna. Did you know before Bobrisky was arranged, did you know that spraying Naira at a party in Nigeria is an offense? Do you know? Because me, I did not know. I did not know. In fact, I've never heard of it before. There's been hundreds of parties where they spray money. We've seen governors, all those people attended parties spraying money. So all these years, they did not arrest them. They did not know that such laws existed. But then, because Bobrisky did it, and because some socialite people did it, they decided to use them as a scapegoat. So for me, up until when Bobrisky was arrested, I did not know that such was a law in Nigeria. I did not. Because if we were to arrest me, I would tell them, come, how have you made this law open to the public or known to the public? So, like I said, he had a lawyer who did not advise him very well. So, and like at the end of the day, I don't believe he went to jail. I believe he probably went to go and hide somewhere in one of those houses in Lekki, because he came out to say that he has 4 houses in Lekki now. He said he's a landlord, that he has, apart from the one he's living in, he has another 4 houses in Lekki. So I want to believe that he was maybe in some sort of, maybe he traveled abroad, either that, or he was housed, he was placed in a house arrest somewhere, but he did not, he was never in jail. I don't believe he was never in jail. If you look at his hands look as if he was burnt. So maybe too much sun where he went to. There was a video of him that I saw when he was talking, when he was holding when he was holding the mic, when he was talking about whatever it is about, Naira, whatever. His hand looks like it was, I don't even know. In fact, I don't even know how to explain it. But then it was, I believe Shade said it was I believe he was under arrest. I don't believe he went to jail. I don't believe he went to jail. Shade said so many of these activities are so devilish and they appear to look normal. One who lacks discernment will fall victim. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shade said Jagaban made it a crime. Okay, but then obviously they've used Bobrisky as a scapegoat. So he came out, Moyola, while a couple of fair girls, they were on a yacht boat, they were, hosting party, celebrating him because he came back from house arrest. And then he came out to start showcasing, he said he's back, came out with in a beautiful lingerie set where we can see his manpower, his engine room. So in all about Bobrisky, like I said, I think he's just a cross dresser. He's just a cross dresser. And it's a shame that some there are upcoming cross dressers like him. And it's a shame that someone like that Abuja area mama was spied. Those are the kind of people like Bobrisky. Obviously, this one does not have money, or maybe because he did not bleach his skin, maybe because he is dark skinned, he does not have money. But in that area of Abuja that he was, Abuja was not safe. Abuja is not safe, or was not safe for him. And I think I watched a video of Bobrisky of very dark man advising that lady, that Abuja area mama, that you know what, people, you came out to say you were doing this, you were doing juju, you were doing that. That area that you are, it's not safe for you. That you should change location. But you know what, and there's been other videos where he was assaulted, where he was beaten and stuff like that. But he still carried on doing what he was doing, only for them to find his dead body. And I've been reading news everywhere now to say that this death was possibly planned. They probably planned for him, because the way they did that to him, they stripped him naked and all of that. So yeah, I believe Bobrisky is a cross dresser. He has not done any booby. He's still a man, and that kuro point is still there, and I believe he's wearing whatever he's wearing. He should keep wearing it. I don't know how he's able to do all of that in that heat in Nigeria. And you see the way he's dressed. At times he will wear a boot, a knee-high boot. I'm like, how are you wearing knee-high boots in that kind of Niger sun? Mommy of Lagos wearing boots, you see him wearing boots. I'm like, boots in the sun in Nigerian 37 degrees, you know. So that's just all the story I've got. This one sitting AC 247. And the fact that the kind of bleaching, the amount of layer is bleached off his skin as well, it will be smelling a great deal. And obviously it's going to be bathing with perfume and all over the place. So yeah, that's just the gist about the saga of Mommy of Lagos. Is out now, is back on the street, he's saying he's come back or test. He added weight. In fact, his head is like times two of what he had before. So he released that video of him advertising underwears, pants and bra and stuff like that. I think I saw one of Abby's comments on one of his posts. I think I saw one of Abby, and I'm like, Abby too, they here. Is Abby still watching? I'm like, Abby too, they comment for Mommy of Lagos. So that's one of his comeback videos. That's one of his comeback videos there. And that's him coming down the stairs. Where I said no, I believe he still have his manpower. Look at his manpower. You can see the bulge. The bulge is there. No matter how much he tried to strap it down, his bulge is still there. Mommy of Lagos wood. Other pictures of him. So these are his most recent pictures, advertising and all. Look at his head. Look at how big. Look at that head. Like, I don't. Look at it. Look at that head. Is big. How is he going to reduce all the fat around that head now? How is he going to reduce the fat around his head? How? Anyway, guys, let's round up. So that's all I've got to say about Mommy of Lagos and his saga. So far, it does not look like that in real life. Is that his head? I mean, it looks chalky. Exactly, that is head. No, be in fact, no. I don't know those who are camping behind him anyway. But then obviously, he's got a large following. He's controversial, so people are using him to sell their market, and he's making money. So with that being said, I'm just going to round up. At exactly in 1 minute, I'm going to round up. So I just want to say thank you to those of you who have joined me. Please keep engaging with my other videos on my YouTube channel. So I don't think I'm going to have. Is there a live stream? No, I think I'm going to do a sit down video for that topic. A topic of the lady who tore her husband's passport, because other information has kind of like emerged about them, about who they really are. So I think I'm just going to do that as a sit down video. So please kindly engage with my other videos. It's not only live stream that I do. I have other videos on my channel. So like I said, there's going to be a new video on Friday talking about Daddy Freeze's opinion about Jerry Eze, about him doing miracle in abroad, but he's not doing miracle in Nigeria and stuff like that. So keep an eye out for that video on Friday. And yeah, so tomorrow is those ones are just looking to go viral. A lot of other information about them came out today, and I just knew from the one that I know they are content creators. Shall said DFG Antichrist, at times when he talks, it does make sense, but then I don't see any reason why is indirectly shading Jerry Eze. I don't see. Is it because his own sheep or follower? What does he call his own church? Is it because his own church does not have large following? And I wonder why he's not calling out Pastor Toby. the way he's been calling out other pastors. And somebody asked him that question. He was like, "Hey, Pastor Toby is not doing miracles. Pastor Toby is bringing youth off the street." And I'm like, well, the way he was bringing kids from the street was controversial as well. He had all of these students, all these young adults. He asked them to go and be using their names to take out loans and stuff like that. What pastor does that? You know, so anyway, Charlie said Jerry Eze is being used by God. You know, me, I'm not going to speak against man of God, because, like I said in that my video, that how do you recognize a pastor who is fake? How do you recognize a pastor who is not fake? That it's only God that knows who serves him. Let God be the one to root out the ones that don't serve him diligently. So that's just my closing word. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for this live stream. And Shadi, thank you so much for that chat there. And please do let me know, keep me updated so I know how to get the shipping cost down to you. Thank you to each and every one of you who have been with me on this live stream. I really appreciate you. So if you're going to watch this video back again, thank you for doing so. Don't forget to drop your thoughts and opinion in the comment section. Subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. Turn on the post notification and share this video. All right. And please, like I said, there are other videos on my channel that you can catch up with. Please support this channel. Support, 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 support. So I can gather money. I need to change my laptop so that YouTube can pay me next month and I'll be able to change my laptop. Anyway, guys, this is where I drop the mic, and I shall catch up with you guys later on, and do have a lovely time or lovely day wherever you are. And I will see you all later. So thank you so much, Shade. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Anna. Thank you to each and every one of you who joined this, like Jesus elect ambassador. Thank you so much, and I hope to catch up with you guys later. All right. Bye.